Hi everyone, I cannot wait for my first Ironman to finally begin. So thanks for tuning in everyone. I just finished Ironman 70.3 UK in Staffordshire. I'm gonna link the video here and in the description. And I've learned so much about that I haven't shared with you yet, so I'm putting together this video with all my lessons learned. Let's get right into it. I can only assume we gotta swim around the yellow buoys. There's quite a few of them. Don't ask me where the swim start is. Study the course map. Yeah, that sounds like a no-brainer, but I've got a tip for you. Count the buoys. That is really helpful because, yeah, I mean, depending on how fast you are, it is still like a whatever long swim for you. And I felt really lost up to an extent where I thought, am I really going the right way? And counting the buoys would have helped me, because Staffordshire, like that race I show you, like the course map, had a bit of a different layout than all the other ones. You know, it's not just, you know, going like one lap, but you had to do a couple of turns. So study the course map. Swimming clockwise versus anti-clockwise. So that might sound like not a big issue, but where I practice, like in Shepperton, like outside of London, we always go clockwise, right? So you have the buoys on your right hand side. So I was used like to those turns. Then come race day, the buoys were on my left hand side, and I didn't practice that. That put me off. So you can avoid that by practicing that. And yeah, always work on your sighting. And I know another tip would be learn bilateral breathing. Then you can switch either side, but yeah, not everyone can do that, right? So that's my tip. Practice that and don't let that be a surprise for you. Turn your bike computer on before the swim start. Sounds like a brilliant advice. I did that, but what happened? Yeah, on my Element Bolt, there is a setting that turns the computer off after a certain period of time, and that happened. So I came out of the water, pushed my bike out of T1, and I noticed, yeah, the bike computer is off. So that, you know, making sure that doesn't happen to you saves you a bit of hassle. And the thing is, like with triathlon, like the last thing you want is like those small things that turn you off and distract you, because I think, you know, triathlon sport is absolutely amazing, but there's so much stuff to worry about and think about. And in race, you know, your brain doesn't work like you think it normally works in training when you're rushing out of the water and your adrenaline kicks in. So bike computer is a tip. Practice wearing the clothes you'll be wearing on your triathlon. So for me, I did get a new tree top, as I was wearing like a two-piece set, and I'd only tested it out in an aquathlon, so I linked the video as well that I did in London, where I didn't require like any gels because it was a very short event. So like I wanted to put stuff from my transition bag like into the back pocket of my tree top, and I couldn't find the bags, for God's sake. So I ended up, you know, leaving the gels in my T1 bag, which on a different note, guys, is anyway not recommended. The best thing actually to do, like with the gels, is to put them into the bottle already, so on your bike, so you have them on your bike in a bottle. That's what I'm gonna do like for my next Ironman in Hamburg. Definitely saves you ripping off everything and sticky fingers, like those cis gels that I'm using. They always annoy me a little bit, like with the stickiness. So yeah, that's a tip, like on your gear or on your clothes. Make sure you try them out before the race. All right, let's get to the bike part. It was my first time actually riding my new Canon Speedmax TT bike, which was absolutely amazing. And to all of you that are considering getting a new bike and are not sure whether it's worth putting the money into getting a Di2, guys, it's absolutely worth it. I enjoyed riding with it. I think you're in the aero position. Also, like on the uphill, that you can change your gears, like on the right hand side and the left hand side, makes a huge difference in just not worrying, being comfortable. Yeah, obviously everyone knows that, like charge them before you do your race, so you don't want to avoid running out of battery. But yeah, that was absolutely amazing. I enjoy Di2 on my TT bike. Whatever hydration strategy you follow, like if you grab those bottles that you get like on the 8 stations on the bike course, make sure you slow down a little bit. Like those bottles, the first one, you know, I tried grabbing one and it felt so heavy that I dropped it straight away. So slow down, you're not going to win or lose the race here. You don't want to crash as well, and you want to make sure you get water because hydration is important. It's not just testing your clothes, but also your kit in general. And yeah, new TT bike, so I bought this new profile design Aero bottle. I'm gonna show you a picture right now here. You can see on my bike, and I had a massive headache like with it. It was actually a nightmare. So I'm a little bit concerned about like those this system here that I got, and it started off the moment where I pushed my bike out of T1. I already could feel like how wobbly it was, and it felt like, because it was on grass as well, and it felt like half of my water had already been spilled out just from the movement. So that is definitely something that you want to test. And I tested that bottle, here's the thing, like in London, but not on wobbly or uneven country roads. So do that, you know, test your kit. So what happened like in that race, like the first 20 miles, like it totally annoyed me, you know. I was like, oh my god, that bottle might actually fall off. And I ended up stopping like at mile 20 and handing that bottle over like to a guy like next to the course, a race official, and said keep that bottle. And yeah, for Hamburg, I've got a different setup, which I'm going to show you in another video. Another funny thing as well, like on the wobbly country roads, especially here like in the UK, can you believe, like on my canyon, like on this bit here, I put in those shot blocks, like in that rubber bit, because of the surface of the road, like those actually came out. Can you believe that? Ironman Staffordshire, the run, it was over 30 degrees hot, and the run is always like, what options have you got on the run? I personally say, look, this is survival mode. And like in these hot temperatures, what really helped me was making sure, you know, I take a little bit out, you know, of my run than I could usually run, and make sure like you get enough water and bananas and whatever you can get, like, because I felt reborn after each 8 station. And what also helped me on these 8 stations was pouring water over my head, just cooling your head and your neck, or put stuff in, like really, I wouldn't say made me almost like a new person, but made me finish that in a different place, yeah. And last but not least, like on the run, like Staffordshire was like a 3-lap course. I think, you know, running again is always going to be hard, and every race that you do, you learn a lot, and it's going to help you improve your mental strength, you know, like your physical abilities you can do in training, but like I feel a lot, you know, of the mental strength comes like with races. So just keep doing them and keep learning. I hope like this video gave you a little bit of insight. I know we all learn different things, but I hope you could learn something from it. It is race season. I am crossing every athlete my fingers, and to those that are not doing triathlons, I hope this video was still helpful and gave you a little bit of insight, like how much errors you can actually make and how amazing but also complicated that sport can actually be. Until next time, thank you all for watching, and I see you in the next vlog. Bye guys.